Hi guys, welcome back to the Yorkshire Modeller. I hope you all had a fantastic Christmas and New Year. Sorry it's been a while, but we are now back with issue 43 of the Hachette Partworks Battleship Bismarck. The reason it's taken me a while to get these up is I've been manically busy at work, and this has had to take a bit of a backseat, unfortunately. But this year we're going to plough through the Bismarck. We are going to sign up to a different part work as well. I'm still looking at doing the X-Wing. I've just been waiting for the new year to get by, and obviously it's a bit of a long month waiting from payday in December to payday in January. So yeah, we've got issue 43 to do this week. Then we've got issue 44. I've got issue 46 and 47. And I think 48 I've collected today as well. Issue 45 is missing at the moment. That's the one that should have been out on Christmas Day. So my newsagents had a bit of trouble getting hold of that one. They have got it on back order though. So as soon as I get issue 45, I'll just record, upload as soon as I can. All right. So we'll get the camera pointed down at the table and we will get started with issue 43. So with issue 43, we get the Admirals Bridge. Now, there's quite a lot of things to do in this, so it might be a case of stopping and starting, me going and building them and then showing you what they look like and then going backwards and forwards between all the parts. Now, also in this one, as it shows you on the stage 4 instructions, we're attaching the Searchlight sort of tower. I am going to attach that as normal. I know I said in a previous video that I was going to redo the Searchlight. Because Hachette are moving their warehouse, I have no idea how long it will take me to get hold of issue 40. I know there are a lot of people that have had problems with their dispatches, not getting them in time because the warehouse is being moved and it's still in the process of moving. So I'm going to attach that on there, and I'm just going to build that bit as normal. I'm not going to wait for the next set of parts to come in, so we'll be able to do it all this week. All right, so let me move everything around and we'll get started with everything that comes with issue 43. So the first part of the instructions is assembling and fitting the gratings. So cut the gratings 1 and 2 from frame 43.4, which is this little one just here. And remove any rough edges. So if I've got my file around here somewhere, just a little needle file. So we'll get those cut off and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. The first part off, I don't know whether you'll be able to see it on camera very well, just because of the lighting, but there's 3 holes that when I'm holding this around are kind of in an L shape. So you've got one just there, one there and one there. Now this thing's full of holes, but there's 3 that look slightly bigger. They're the ones that you've got to glue it into. So I'll glue this in and we'll have a look and see how it looks. So this is how it should look when it's done. So I've just got a light up in the corner there now. So it should be the big grating at the bottom with the little one just on top. Now you have to repeat that with the other 2 parts that are on the sprue. So I'll do that and exactly the same to show you how it looks. So there we go. So that's the part done in stage 1, that's the one done in stage 3. So next we take the Admirals Bridge deck 43.1, which is this big one just about here, and identify the fixing point for the grating assemblies 1 and 2 on the port side. Apply a drop of super glue to the tab on part 1 and fix it in place as indicated, and then we do the same thing on the other side. So what we do with these is it's these little tabs, that one just there, so try and get that marked up. That's better, a little bit darker there. So it's just that kind of long rectangular one there, so I'll get them both glued into place and I'll show you how it looks. So that's what it should look like after you've done these. So the gratings, as they should sit on the model, will be the flat 2 sides kind of pushed into the corner with the rounded side and the actual grate that you glued on in the first 2 stages there and there. It's quite easy to locate them, so that's nice and easy there. That's that bit done. Next we get the attach the label onto the cable for the lighting of the Admirals Bridge. So this is just same as we've done before. You take the cable, get the label, peel it partially off the backing, onto there, like that, and then we just fold that round like that. So that's that done. So that's stage 2. That's stage 1 and 2 all done. Now then, this bit's going to take a little bit longer, so I'm going to get all the parts ready for this, lay them out on the table, and show you how they look. So here we have all the bits that you need to complete the actual lighting for the bridge. You've got the windows, you've got kind of a bracket that holds the cable on, you've got the two sides of the two side windows, the front, and then you've got the top there as well. So with this one, I'll show you this. You get the bridge itself, you get the LED and just pop it straight into the hole just there. Let's have a look and make sure I'm doing this right. So that should go in just there like that. So that LED pushes in all the way down where it's flat. There we go. So that should sit in just like that. Then you take this part here, which is called the one with the 2 holes in, which is the part 1. And it just says fit part 1 over the recess in parts 43.7, which is the clear part there. Hold the LED in place, fix in place with 2 PWB screws. So let's pop that on there. Now this has got little indent markings on it when he doesn't drop it. So those little indent markings and like a kind of a keyhole shape. That keyhole has to fit into the keyhole on the clear part. So it's actually the flat side that will be facing up. And then just grab your screw and pop that straight in to one side. Now, just a reminder, don't tighten the screw up all the way. Wait till it bites, get it down a little bit. And then you can pop the other screw in. Come on, in you go. Put this flat on the table actually, so I can see a bit better what I'm doing here. That's one, tightened up all the way, and then other one tightened up all the way. So that's the LED all locked in place. Now next what you do is you get these 2 window sides. They've got a little, like a long rectangular tab on them, which is a bit difficult because the light's a bit rubbish in here at the minute. So that long rectangular tab has to point downwards, and the small rectangular one just there, if you can just see that, just see if I move my hand that way, that rectangular one that's at the bottom of the window just about here, that has to point up. So what we do with this, we turn it over, so that plastic part there is underneath, so it's just straight clear plastic at the top. And then these go on, so that one will fit there. That one will fit there. It doesn't say anything about gluing these in place either, does it? Turn the windows over so the part 1 is facing downwards, which we've done. Cut the walls 3 and 4 off the Admirals Bridge from the frame and check the fit. Walls 3 and 4 have corners that fit around the sides of the windows, which is those 2 bits. It kind of goes down into an L shape to go behind the back of this clear plastic. Cut the remaining wall 2 from frame 43.5 and push fit it across the windows and the walls, and then take the deck and check the fit on the top of the walls. Right, so if I just push fit that in place, that should in theory hold the other 2 in, which it does, and they kind of nicely click in, so that's looking good. It kind of looks like the bridge on the Titanic, that, doesn't it? That's nice. And then check the fit of this part, which is the kind of the roof part, if you like, and then just plop that in. I think that's just to make sure that all the walls are the right way around, which they appear to be fine. And then dab of super glue. So I'll put this all together and show you how it looks when it's done. So that's what it'll look like when it's all attached there. The plastic, that's obviously the clear plastic bit, and then you've got the grey plastic just there that's holding the LED in. That goes straight facing down, and then this just kind of, that roofing bit just clips in over the top. So that's all done. Now next, we've got the Admirals Bridge railings. Ugh. So for the railings, we've got these 3 bits on the sprue here. Now these have got very, 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 very small indents on them to show you where to bend them. So I'm going to get, if I've got a pair of pliers in here that I can use that are flat edged, I can use those just to bend it around, or if not, I'm going to use a pair of tweezers. But this I'm going to do off camera, so I will show you what these look like when they're all done. So the metal railings sprue has got some really tiny numbers engraved on it. So you've got railings 1, 2 and 3, and I think these are all going to go around the top of here. Now this is what part 1 will look like when it's all bent into shape. So you start off by bending it in the middle on these 2 points at the top here and here. Then you'll do the next 2 down, and then you'll do these 2 really tiny ones. What I've used, because I've not actually got like a photo etch bender or anything like that, I just used a pair of tweezers, and I tried to use the ones with the curved edge just so I can grab it there, squeeze it, and then bend it with my hand. But that seemed to work quite well. So once that's on, let me show you what it'll look like. That'll fit in there like that, and like that. So what I would say is keep checking as you're doing it to make sure that it's going to fit in right. What I'll do, at the end of the video, I'll take a photo of this and show you how it all looks once it's all together. So that's that bit done. So I'm going to do the next 2 sets of railings, glue all that together, and then show you how it all looks. So after about 15 minutes of fiddling, this is what you get. Nice railings, all looking quite. I'm just going to move the camera around just a little bit so the light's a bit better on it. But you can see there all the railings all the way around the top. Just take your time with it. That's what I've done. So you can see top down there as well. They're all lining up properly. Obviously got a bit of shadows from the light over there, but they're all looking good. So that's that bit done as well. Now next we take this bit. Whoa. So I'll attach all this together and then I'll come back to you again. Right, so I've just done a quick dry run of this to make sure that it's sitting right. So what we need to do is we take the part that we glued the 2 little panels onto earlier on. Take this, take the cable, feed the connector cable through here, apply a little super glue to the tabs on the base and fix it into the recesses. So these tabs that are on the bottom of the Admirals Bridge on the 3 walls, we attach a bit of super glue onto them, and then we glue them into that slot there, that slot just down the front there, and then that slot there. So I'll do that and then I'll be straight back with you. So now that's all attached onto the base, we're going to take the Searchlight Assembly, and obviously you'll all have a cable coming out of here from the light down through here. So you just feed that through that hole there, but there's 4 tabs on the inside just here that you need to pop this into. So I'll do the same again, and I'll just pop a bit of glue on these tabs here and pop it into there and show you what it all looks like. So that's the Searchlight Assembly glued onto the Admirals Bridge. Now the next 2 pieces, once that's all attached, the next 2 pieces kind of go in, one of them goes in those 2 slots there, and then the next one goes on top of it like that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to glue these 2 bits together first and then put them onto there, and then I can show you what everything looks like for what we've built for issue 43. So everything's attached, all parts are glued on. They're the 2 parts that I was on about a minute ago. I just glued that top bit on to the bottom one, and then just glued the whole assembly down onto the deck. So that glue's all set up and ready to dry. I've just got the 1 cable coming out, obviously for the lights in the office at the Admirals Bridge. You guys will have the light from the spotlight as well coming out of there. But that's everything all completed for issue 43. Those railings weren't nearly as hard as I thought they were going to be. I've done photo etch stuff before, and it's been like the bane of my life trying to get it to all go together properly. But that's quite good, actually. I'm really impressed with that. So yeah, That's issue 43. Next week, it won't be next week because I've got loads of them down here to do. Next time with issue 44, we've got the upper mast deck and decking are supplied together with accessories and railings, and also the replacement anchor rings. I think the replacement anchor rings are just because the ones that are on the deck at the minute are round and they wanted them to be oval. I don't know, maybe a bit more accurate, I think. So that video will hopefully be up in the next couple of days, if not pretty much next few hours after this one. Guys, please remember to like, share and subscribe to the Yorkshire Modeller. We're going to go back to normal once I've got these few issues that I've got here. The builds are going to go back to weekly videos again. Just with Christmas and New Year, we had loads of family up and it was just manic, and work's been manic as well lately, so it's just been kind of coming home from work and just sitting and going, so yeah, it's nice to get back to the build. I was a little bit reticent about doing it again because obviously I've been out of it for quite a while, and now I'm back into it. That bugs bit again, so yeah, videos will go back to normal shortly. So as I say, remember to like, share and subscribe to the Yorkshire Modeller for weekly model building geekiness, and until next time, happy modelling, guys.